What up, y'all? It's your boy Darius, and I'm back, y'all. So we have a video we're gonna react to, y'all. Well, we're gonna watch. So if you saw my video, I did the YoungNoble DissTrack towards Nas, where I guess he talked about the Tupac and Nas situation, and it was like, Noble, why are you bringing us up now, man? Why are you bringing us up now? So we're gonna check out and see what EDI means, because he's part of the Outlaws and very close to Tupac. See what he think about this whole situation. So let's check this out, y'all.
I'm yelling no more talk unless it's the truth. You ain't that bullshit walk. Yes, sir. Welcome back to another edition of EDI Mean's Talk My Truth. Listen, 2025 is already off to one of those starts, man, that, we'll go back and look back 10, 20, 30 years from now and be like, wow, 2025. First, we have the unfortunate incidents that happened in New Orleans on New Year's Eve. I want to send my personal condolences to all the families, friends of the loved ones that were lost. From me to you, man, my condolences. Unfortunately, in life, these things are gonna happen and continue to happen, and we just gotta push through one way or another, man. I'm thankful and grateful because I got family out there, and everybody was good. So I'm personally thankful and grateful. We also had that weird shit that happened in Vegas with the blown up Tesla. Who knows what is behind that? But it made me think, like, in all of these type of situations, whether it's assassination attempt, mass murder, most of the time the assassins are always either killed or kill themselves. So you can never really talk directly to them and see what was going through their mind. Of course, they leave manifestos and things of that nature, but anybody can come up with that. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I don't get into conspiracies and none of that rabbit hole stuff. But it's just interesting. Something to think about as we consume news coming at us from all angles. Something to think about and keeping your top hat, man, as you go throughout your day. But before I go, I got a question for y'all. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? I just want to know. Because it is entertaining. Man, let's get right into it. YoungNoble from the Outlaws dropped a megaton bomb of a record directed at Nas. And he had some very poignant things to say in his track that he just recently put out earlier this week.
I ain't talking about you turn Pac on the Hennessy. He ain't hit a vouch, so I'm riding on his frenemies.
Me personally, I understand where it's coming from, and but at the same time, I also recognize that some of this subject matter is a bit dated, and some people feel like, yo, where's this coming from? Nas always gave it up to Pac.
Yeah.
He always showed nothing but love to Pac, which is true.
Yeah.
Which is true. In that same regard, though, there have been some statements that were made, some interviews, whatever the case may be. Of course, we have the Death Row E song that Nas put out a couple of years back on his King Disease 2 project. A song that I'm actually name dropped in. I mentioned it. He sent me a shout out along with myself and Napoleon.
Step into Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises. Kick off projects.
Teach the ED, Napoleon, all the innovators. We had respect before we was ever some entertainers.
And I'll get in a little bit of that backstory too. But I want to know how y'all feel about YoungNoble's record, man. Hit up the comments. Let me know your thoughts, how you feel about it, one way or another. I want to, emphasize that when you look at the Outlaws, whether it's past members, current members, whatever the case may be, although we are a unit and will forever be linked together, we are individuals as well, and we are grown men and can do what we want to do. Quite honestly, You know, there's no one person that sits above any of us and says yay and nay. A little background from my point of view on the YoungNoble song. My brother hit me about a year ago, maybe even more than a year ago, and said he had this idea. He wanted to do this, and he actually gave me, some of the bars of the song. He hadn't recorded it yet, but he did write it.
I wrote that verse a whole fucking year ago. I held it a whole year ago. My brother was like, "Nah, don't do it. Leave it alone." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna save it. He gonna make me use it. I can just tell how he moving. Yeah, it's just time, So hopefully he replied, man. But I doubt it because he, what the f he gonna say? What he gonna write a rhyme and say? Yeah, I've been lying on Tupac. Noble's right. I mean, what the
Right.
Yeah, he gonna have to sit with that one. He gonna have to live with that.
And although lyrically sharp, Noble is undeniable, man. When Pac decided to add Noble to the group, one of the things he emphasized in Noble was that you gotta be the best rapper. You gotta be that guy lyrically that can't nobody f with outside of this clique. And Noble has worked his ass off for the past 30 years to make sure he lives up to that expectation Tupac had for him. Now, individually and collectively, Pac had different missions for everybody in the group. And, whether he spoke to them individually about what he expected from them or to us together as a group, one thing for sure, two things for certain, he didn't mince words and he meant what he said to everybody. He had complete vision for every member of the group and how he saw them, not only in that present moment, but in the future. So, with that being said, Noble dropped that Megaton bomb. You feel me? And those were things that he personally had to get off his chest. When he told me about the song a year ago, I was honest with him. I said, it's not the time for this.
Okay, so he wrote this like years ago. Okay, so I got him now. So he been holding it for a while though, but he's never released it. So okay.
And the reason why I felt like it wasn't the time for this was strictly on the fact that around this time, Noble had dropped some really quality projects that I felt like he was getting a lot of positive energy from. The music was positive, the message was positive, and I said this didn't, in my opinion, coincide with the kind of music that he was dropping at that time. He agreed with me and decided not to drop the record at that time. Fast forward, I guess he felt it was time. And so he did what he did, and he dropped that earlier this week. Like I said, hit up the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about it, one way or another. As far as the Death Row E song in particular, a lot of people don't know because I didn't broadcast it. I didn't record me and Nas on FaceTime. I didn't screenshot it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do none of that. You know what I mean? Because I'm not that kind of individual. That's not my style. It was a personal conversation that we had. The person that made that conversation is a good brother by the name of Double, who was doing some security work and some other things for Nas at the time. Me and him know each other. He's also affiliated and related to Hit Boy. And so I know that camp. And he reached out to me and was like, yo, Nas want to holler at you about this record he about to drop. And lo and behold, 5 minutes later, Nas was on the phone and we got a chance to chop it up, albeit briefly. He said what he needed to say. I said what I needed to say. And we both agreed that, we had mutual respect for each other. And that mutual respect for me remains intact. I said in one of my previous videos that during the time that we was doing what we was doing with Pac, I wasn't the biggest Nas fan. No stated in his interview with Art of Dialogue, where I think he spoke excellently about, the MTV award incident running into Nas and giving a clearer perspective of what happened, because there was a lot of stories that went on, but Noble spoke on it, and he had the right to speak on it because he was there.
Yeah.
I wasn't there personally, so that's why you've never heard me speak about that situation. But you know, to bring it all back full circle, like I said, you know, there was mutual respect there. Nas did some interviews. I'm sure a lot of y'all may have seen those interviews or heard those interviews where he said certain things about Tupac, and a lot of that, I believe, is what issue Noble had with the song. So when me and Nas spoke, like I said, we both left it with mutual respect and moved on. You know, I appreciated the shout out in the song. You know, he didn't have to do that. He did that because that was something he wanted to do. Like I said, are you not entertained? At the end of the day, folks, this shit is all entertainment. It's for your listening pleasure. And, you know, to take a quote from Kendrick Lamar, sometimes you got to pop out and shit. Sometimes that is the case. You know, I don't know if Noble felt like this was the time. Obviously, he did because he dropped this particular song, and it got a lot of y'all talking about it. So since y'all talking, like I said, hit up the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about it. This is EDI Mean's Talk My Truth, man. We're just getting started. The year is just getting started. We're going to keep it rolling. I'm giving y'all a lot of information, a lot of backstory on some...
So yeah, so Edie gave us his takes on about this whole situation. Yeah, because I know Tupac and Nas had a little issue. I don't want to say it was a beef, because like I said in my Noble video, when Nas had that song, The Message, when you say fate, love, something like that, and Tupac felt like that was a diss towards him, but Nas confirms that was shots at Biggie. So Tupac has some tracks going at Nas. I think it was Bomb Furs, Watch Your Mouth, what was the other one? Against All Odds. So they met up at the MTV Awards after party. So I guess they talked it out, and he said Tupac said he's gonna take that verse off when he gets back from Vegas. But when Tupac got killed in Vegas, he didn't have enough time to do it, so the song just came out. So for my thing for Noble, why now, man? That's what I'm trying to figure out why. Like, what did Nas say that was disrespectful? Like, Nas showed praise to Tupac. And then I was watching the interview of Nas when he said Tupac was like a god. So, because I saw some of the comments that really interested me. Some say that, why Noble never go at WAC 100? Because I don't know what WAC 100 said about Tupac, so somebody got to let me know in the comments what he say. Some say, why didn't they go at Snoop? Because Snoop's the one that's making lies, say that Nas had 40 people with guns, something like that. So I don't expect Nas to respond to this. I don't, because Nas looking at this like, why are you bringing this up now? Because me and Tupac squashed it before he passed away. So yeah, so I don't expect Nas to respond to it because a lot of people think the song was trash, not that good. So I don't know too much about Noble's music. I don't know what hit records he got though. If he has a hit record, let me know in the comments. I might react to check them out though. So yeah, that's the video, guys. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. Y'all think Nas gonna respond to it? Think Noble's just doing it for clout? I wanna know what you guys think. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.